question is, undergraduates are actually subsidizing everything else that's going on in the university. And what we have to deal with, according to the university's own research, one question is, how do we pay for sponsored research? We're not getting the same amount of money that other elite universities get, what they call the indirect cost recovery. Stanford and I think MIT and Harvard get around 65% for every dollar they get for like what you might consider overhead. UC gets about 55%, but actually the average is 25% because a lot of our grants actually don't get any overhead cost recovery. So we're losing money on research. According to one study by the Commission of the Future University, we're losing $700 million a year. We're losing money on administration. According to one study, if you look at the increase of administrators versus the increase of other employees in the UC system, we are losing about $1 billion a year on excess administration. It's administration on the campus. If you look at senior management on the campus and middle management on the campus, it's gone up 225% during the last 20 years. Faculty have gone up 25%. So if people were really serious about controlling the cost at the university, making it more affordable, they would look at the real cost drivers. Instead, they're looking at the one thing that's actually generating income for the rest of the university. And so another gigantic issue we have, the governor believes that we have these bottleneck courses, the undergraduate courses, and if we made them more available, we could move people through the system. But that just moves the bottleneck up to the upper division classes, which are smaller and more expensive. And so you have to think of the whole university as an ecosystem, and if you change one part, it's going to affect all the other parts. So one reason why students don't graduate in 4 years, why they graduate in 6 years, is first of all, some of them are unprepared when they get to the university. Another thing is, a lot of majors have to weed people out. There just is not enough room for everyone to be a business major or biology major or chemistry major. A lot of classes purposely fail like a third of the students because they can't have them in the major. A lot of the courses are graded on a curve, a distributed curve. Someone's going to have to fail. Putting the courses online are not going to fix any of those problems. And so I think this is a gigantic distraction. I think it's great to experiment with it. I think it can enhance some classes, but I don't think in any way this is going to deal with the budgetary problems of the university, which are twofold: constant reduction of state funding and excessive growth of non-instructional costs. And so I just had a few other kind of points. I'm going to make this brief. I don't know if you saw a recent study, but a lot of people are saying, okay, well, we have all these students who can't get into this community college or the CSUs. A lot of those are first-generation students. A lot of them are non-English speakers at home. And a recent study came out, looked extensively at community colleges, and said there's extremely high dropout rate and low completion rate for precisely that population. And so one of our fears is that we're going to create a two-class education system where the poorest students, the minority students, underrepresented minority students are going to get online education, and that the other students, the wealthier students, are going to have access to more elite traditional education. I'll just leave with one question, why do we have this meeting here in person? Why don't we Skype it? Why don't we meet online? I think we still believe in the value of human interaction, and I think that plays a role in the university, and it plays a big role in retention and providing quality education. So I'll leave it there.
Questions from the commission? Jack?
Yeah, I have two